Hello everyone, my name is Prathamesh Umesh Pawar and I have secured AIR 3 in UPSC Central Armed Police Forces Assistant Commandant Examination 2019. As all of you know, UPSC has recently declared its timetable and CAPF exam will be conducted on 8th of August. So around 45 days are remaining for your preparation, and these last 45 days are very crucial in your preparation. So you should have the right strategy and also implement it in these 45 days so that you can stand away better from others. So I am here to tell you what should be your strategy in the last 45 days. So I think we will go through paper wise. First of all, we will see that what should be the strategy for paper 1, then what should be the strategy for paper 2, and then overall strategy.
हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, सो वीडियो आगे बढ़ने से पहले आप सबके लिए अनाउंसमेंट है। अगर आप CAPF 2021 एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो आपके लिए बेस्ट मटेरियल्स अवेलेबल है फॉर द लास्ट डेज प्रिपरेशन। जैसा कि CAPF करंट अफेयर्स आपके लिए अवेलेबल है, दैट मीन्स PDF आपको प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा, लास्ट 7 मंथ्स के PDF वो आप प्रिंट भी ले सकते हो। डिस्क्रिप्शन के नीचे उसका परचेस का लिंक हम आपको प्रोवाइड कर देंगे। इसके अलावा AVKS का पेपर 2 बुक भी अवेलेबल है, ये बुक फॉर्मेट में रहेगा, मतलब आपके एड्रेस पे रीच होगा। सो इसका भी डिटेल्स हम आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन के नीचे प्रोवाइड करते हैं। अभी चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। थैंक यू।
So what should be your strategy for paper 1? So basically I think that you should thoroughly analyze the previous year questions, past previous year papers of CAPF examination. After analyzing this paper, you will come to know that around 70 to 80 or 90% of questions are thoroughly from NCERTs. So I think NCERTs are the most basic source of this examination. So you should thoroughly try to read NCERTs line by line and at least have 2 to 3 revision of basic NCERTs and prepare some standard notes for these NCERTs. So we can go subject wise. As for polity, the Indian political theory is there and Indian constitution at work. These 2 NCERTs are sufficient. Then for history, the themes in Indian history, there are 3 NCERTs that we should try to read. For geography, there is physical geography and Indian geography NCERT of 11 standards. And then for economics, there are 2 NCERTs of macroeconomics and microeconomics. And for science, up to 10th NCERTs. So these NCERTs, you should read it thoroughly, underline the important points, remove your notes, and then prepare it thoroughly. Because these NCERTs are more important and around 80% questions come from these NCERTs. Then remaining afterwards, if you have some enough time after reading these NCERTs, then you can switch to some standard books. Like for polity, there is M. Lakshmikant. For modern history, Spectrum's book is there of modern history of India. For science, you can cover the Lucent's general knowledge book. From that, you can cover physics, chemistry, and biology. So I think these sources are more than sufficient for this examination. Then coming towards aptitude, you should practice it on a daily basis. Means you should from any one standard book. Like I had practiced from R.S. Agarwal. So this R.S. Agarwal is sufficient for quantitative aptitude. You can take one chapter daily, prepare the formulas, prepare the notes, practice this MCQs, and then on a daily basis you can cover the aptitude. And also current affairs are most important. Around 20 to 25 questions are asked from current affairs, and these current affairs are different from what is asked for civil services. So here we have some one-liners like person in news, awards, sports. So these should be covered from any one standard magazine. We are trying to launch one magazine and we are working on it. We are covering up to last 3 months current affairs in short and crisp manner, and we are trying to working on it, and it will be in market soon. I hope this will help you. So basically this was overall strategy for paper 1, and overall you should also try to practice daily MCQs. At most 50 MCQs should be practiced on a daily basis, because these MCQs are very necessary. Practicing these MCQs are very necessary in your preparation. So I think this is the broad strategy for paper 1. So what should be your strategy for paper 2? If you take paper 2, we can divide it into 2 parts. Part 1 is of essay, argument and report, which carries around 140 marks and has 70% of weightage. So this part is most important part. And second part is about precise comprehension and grammar, which carries around 60% weightage. And this part is also most important, but many people neglect this part and don't practice a lot about this part. So my advice to you will be, practice this part, don't neglect it. Try to cover it from any one standard book. For grammar, precise and comprehension, you can cover it from any one standard book, practice it, and you can score around 70 to 80% marks in this second part. But it is not possible in first part, as you can score barely 50 to 60% marks, which are highest marks in essay, argument and report. So don't neglect second part and practice it from any one standard book. Then coming to first part, it is of essay, argument and report writing, which carries around 140 marks. So we will go point to point as to how to write an essay. So first of all, for writing a good essay, we should try to write good introduction, good conclusion. So introduction could be catchy. Try to write and start with a quote. Like for example, if there is a essay on education, you can write a quote like, "Education is the best tool you can use to change the world," which was given by Nelson Mandela. If there is an essay on environment, you can start by a quote of Mahatma Gandhi, that there is enough for everybody's need but not for greed. So these quotes you can use in essay to make your introduction more positive and more optimistic and more relevant to the subject. Then second part is that you should try to write more balanced essay, try to cover more pros, cons in the essay. Do not directly criticize government policies. Try to be optimistic in your essay writing, and in conclusion you should give a positive way forward in the essay. So this essay should cover all the dimensions. It should be well balanced. So these are some of the points that we should keep in mind while writing the essay. Coming towards the argument, you have to write 2 arguments. So you should start with a brief introduction about the subject. Then you have to write 5 points each in for and against. Try to give a balanced conclusion for that. Don't take some stark and diverse views in this argument. Try to maintain a well balanced approach and optimistic approach in your arguments. So it will help you to score more marks in the arguments. Then coming towards report writing, try to write the report in the standard format which is available. Then try to include expert views, then government opinions in the report, and try to make it optimistic in the end. So what should be your overall strategy? This was for paper 1, paper 2. So for overall, I think you should on daily basis try to practice current affairs, MCQs, then aptitude. At least you should solve daily 50 MCQs, and then at least 1 chapter of aptitude, and at least 1 month current affairs you should prepare in 3 to 4 days. And then you should also try to practice writing practice of at least 1 essay and 1 argument each, or 1 essay and 1 report on alternative days. So I think this practice is very important on a daily basis. These subjects cannot be completed overnight. These subjects cannot be completed overnight. So I think daily practice is important for these subjects. Then these 30 days, coming 30 days, you should finish some new topics and whatever you have left. And then last 15 days, you should give only for revision. So try to practice very hard. Then at least you should solve 5 full length paper of paper 1 and paper 2. Try to give 5 full length mock tests. I hope this video and this strategy is useful for you. Keep practicing hard. All the best for your exams.